Hi. Hi, my name is TJ Jewell. In today's topic, we're going to discuss what is corporate America. So we're going to get definitions on corporate America, tips on surviving corporate America, because my thinking is in order to conquer something, we have to know how it began, what it means, the rules of it, how to engage. And maybe if we can understand all of these things, then we understand how to navigate in it. Um, so when I did a quick Google search on what is corporate America, it says an informal and sometimes derogatory phrase describing the world of corporations and big business within the U.S. A corporate job describes any business, no matter how small, can be set up as a corporation. But when most people think of corporate America, they think of a large enterprise with multiple level of bosses, a cubicle, fixed work hours, and a fair amount of organizational bureaucracy. And that's part of any job. And the 8 rules that I found from Elite Daily when I Googled corporate America, the first rule was stay away from gossip. Now, this is kind of funny because my last boss told me that everyone gossips. Tip 2 was keep a work-life balance. Now, this was true for some folks, but it seemed like depending on who you were, if you requested time off of work, you were frowned upon, or they made you come in so you couldn't use your vacation time a lot, or PTO time, or sick time because they expected you always to be at work, even when you were sick. Tip 3, do not complain. Now, corporate America jobs, they do honor this. My last job, when I would talk about things that were unfair or things that I seen that I felt weren't right, they told me I should mind my business. So I guess that was do not complain. Tip 4, observe. Now, I don't know what this means. I don't know what it means having your boss observe you, or you observe other people, or your coworkers observe you. But it seems like if you are a person of color, and if you're smart and you seem like you have things going on, that everybody is going to observe you. Observe what you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing it, how long it takes you to do it. Like everyone is always watching you. Tip 5, don't step on anyone's toes. Now, I try to follow this rule a lot, but I'm a go-getter. I like to work. So a lot of times I will always volunteer for projects. I will always step up to the table to do more things because I always enjoyed working. So those type of things always influence me to do better. Tip 6, maintain the boundaries. Now, the boundaries between personal and professional relationships, this one right here is kind of sticky because I met some of my closest friends and even my partner at work. So I know a lot of times they say don't mix business with pleasure, or work romances don't last. But I don't know, you spend majority of your time at work. You spend more time at work than you do anywhere else, so you really don't have a personal life. You really don't have a social life. So the people at work kind of become your friends and sometimes even your family. So that's kind of hard. Tip 7, leave your ego at home. Now, I don't know what this means. Maybe that has something to do with don't step on anyone's toes, or like stay in your lane type thing. Or maybe, you know, if you're having issues going on at home, leave those issues at home. Or if you have issues at work, don't bring those issues home. So I don't know. Leave your ego at home. Maybe that's something, you know, maybe you guys can tell me what that means more if I have a different interpretation of that. Rule number 8 was work hard. Now, that is something that I do agree with. I feel like if you should be at work, you should stay at work and work hard to your best ability and not go over and above that. If they should work if you're at work, work hard. Do what you're supposed to do for your job. And also, those were the 8 unwritten rules that I found when I Googled corporate America. So you guys let me know what you think about that. I like those rules because I've never really heard of rules, but I know there has to be some kind of rules that people follow, or, when people go to work, how they supposed to act, even though, not everyone acts in that manner. In life, we all had rules. Growing up, they always tell you to go to school, get a good job, get married, have children. But a lot of times, we don't have to do those things in order to fit in. We don't always have to get a good job. We don't always have to go to school. We don't have to get married or have to have children. We can learn a skill or learn a trade and create our own jobs. We could be bachelors and bachelorettes all our life. We don't always just have to start a family. So, a lot of rules that was implemented doesn't necessarily apply to everyone. So, yeah, those are a couple of things that I found about corporate America. So I would love, love, love to hear what you guys think about that. We're going to talk more in depth about working while Black and working in corporate America and understanding why a lot of us don't start our own jobs and start our own corporations. Like, what's really holding us back from becoming the great beings that we are? Is it us? Is it fear? Like, what's really holding us back? So we really need to go into that topic and discuss those things so we can understand it and maybe overcome what is really holding us back, because we have so many talented people that can do so many talented things, but it seems like once we get to a certain level, we're always stopped, or we stop helping each other. A lot of times in corporate jobs, if you see managers who don't look like you, they help the people that look like them, but a lot of the managers and people in management that look like us, people of color, they don't help us. So it's like, who looks out for us? Who looks out for the underdog? It's certainly not the white management. And it's not even our own when we're in management. So it's kind of hard being a person of color in corporate America today. But we're going to discuss that, and maybe once we have a discussion, then people will kind of see themselves and see how they interact with their coworkers and interact with people that look like them, and maybe they can change that and start bringing up more people that look like them so we can become managers and become management. I know I had one boss who was a person of color, and she used to tell me, well, I don't want to be known as the one that's always looking out for the Black people, or always looking out for the Hispanics, or always looking out for the Indians. I kind of want to just, come here and do my job and stay under the radar. And I didn't understand that, because it seems like the white people always look out for each other. So why can't we look out for each other? I had never understood that. But we're going to talk about people. We're going to talk to entrepreneurs. We're going to talk to people like me who started their own business, worked in corporate America, started their own business, quit that job, then came back to corporate America in order to fund that business. We're going to talk to people who work in corporate America and never decided to start their own job, and see why. Why do they feel comfortable with staying in that job? And we also question entrepreneurs and people who started their own companies and see how they enjoy that. If they, if they would have preferred working a corporate job where they can depend on a check every 2 weeks or every month. So we're going to have a lot of discussions. If you want to join the show, feel free to contact me. My email address is tjjewelshealthandbeauty@yahoo.com, and that's TJ, Jewels, Jewels, Health, HEALTH, and AND, Beauty, BEAUTY, at yahoo.com. You can also reach out to me on Instagram. My Instagram page is TJJeweled, and that's TJJEWELED. Also, you can feel free to leave comments. Talk to me through the comments. Let's discuss these 8 unwritten rules. If you feel like these rules are rules nobody follows and it's just something someone made up just to write an article about, or if these rules, you do follow in your everyday work environment. If you own your own business, if these rules that you apply in your own business. And yeah, check out my website. Also, I sell a lot of accessories, jewels. That's why it's TJ Jewels.